Economic growth is the lifeblood of any nation. It means more jobs, higher incomes, and a better standard of living for everyone. But in the 21st century, we face a crucial question. How can we achieve economic growth while ensuring the health of our planet and the well-being of all citizens? For decades, the pursuit of economic growth often came at the expense of the environment and exacerbated social inequalities. Today, we recognize the urgent need for a more balanced approach, one that prioritizes sustainability and inclusivity alongside economic expansion. This essay delves into the complex relationship between economic growth and sustainability, exploring the microeconomic forces that shape our economies and the policies that can help us achieve a more prosperous and equitable future for all. From understanding the nuances of output gaps and business cycles, to promoting inclusive growth and mitigating the environmental impacts of economic activity, we will navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Join me as we embark on this journey to unravel the complexities of economic growth and sustainability in a rapidly changing world. Economic growth is typically measured by the increase in a country's gross domestic product, or GDP, over time. GDP is a comprehensive measure that captures the value of all goods and services produced within a country during a specific period. It serves as a broad indicator of economic health and prosperity. But not all growth is created equal. While GDP growth can signal a thriving economy, it doesn't always reflect the quality or sustainability of that growth. Different types of growth can have varying impacts on long-term economic stability and societal well-being. Economists distinguish between two types of growth, actual growth and potential growth. Understanding these distinctions is key to formulating effective economic policies and strategies. Actual growth refers to the rate at which an economy is currently expanding. It is influenced by current levels of consumer spending, business investments, government expenditures, and net exports. It reflects the current level of output, employment, and investment. When actual growth is robust, it often leads to higher employment rates and increased business activities. Potential growth, on the other hand, represents the maximum sustainable rate at which an economy can grow over the long term. This rate is not fixed and can change based on various factors. This potential is determined by factors such as the size and skills of the workforce, the level of technology, and the efficiency of production processes. Investments in education, innovation, and infrastructure can enhance an economy's potential growth, and the availability of capital. Access to financial resources allows businesses to invest in new technologies and expand their operations, further driving potential growth. The gap between actual and potential growth is a critical indicator of an economy's health. A significant gap can signal underlying issues that need to be addressed to achieve sustainable growth. When actual growth falls short of potential growth, it suggests that resources are being underutilized and the economy is operating below its capacity. This underutilization can lead to higher unemployment rates and lower income levels. Conversely, when actual growth exceeds potential growth, it can lead to inflationary pressures as demand outstrips supply. This scenario can result in rising prices and reduced purchasing power for consumers. Understanding the difference between actual and potential growth is crucial for policymakers who aim to steer the economy towards its full potential without triggering unsustainable booms or busts. By carefully monitoring these growth rates, they can implement policies that promote balanced and inclusive economic development, ensuring long-term prosperity for all. The output gap is a key concept in macroeconomics that measures the difference between an economy's actual output and its potential output. This gap can be either positive or negative, and understanding it is crucial for assessing the overall health of an economy. It provides valuable insights into the health of the economy and the effectiveness of economic policies. By analyzing the output gap, economists and policymakers can determine whether the economy is underperforming or overheating. A positive output gap occurs when actual output exceeds potential output. This means that the economy is producing more than its sustainable capacity, often due to high consumer demand and robust business activity. This situation typically arises during periods of economic boom, where demand is strong, and businesses are operating at or near full capacity. Factories are bustling, and shopping malls are crowded with consumers eager to spend. However, a positive output gap can also signal inflationary pressures, as excess demand pushes prices upward. When too much money chases too few goods, prices inevitably rise, leading to inflation. Conversely, a negative output gap emerges when actual output falls below potential output. This indicates that the economy is not utilizing its resources efficiently, leading to lower production levels. This scenario is characteristic of economic downturns or recessions, where demand is weak, unemployment is high, and businesses are operating below their capacity. Factories may be idle, and the job market may be sluggish. A negative output gap indicates that resources are being underutilized, and the economy is performing below its potential. This underperformance can lead to prolonged periods of stagnation and economic hardship for many. Monitoring the output gap is crucial for policymakers, as it helps them gauge the need for economic intervention. By keeping a close eye on this metric, they can make informed decisions about when to implement policies to either stimulate or cool down the economy. A widening negative output gap may call for expansionary fiscal or monetary policies to stimulate demand and boost economic activity. This could involve increasing government spending, cutting taxes, or lowering interest rates to encourage borrowing and investment. In contrast, a growing positive output gap might necessitate contractionary measures to curb inflation and prevent the economy from overheating. Such measures could include raising interest rates, reducing government spending, or increasing taxes to cool down excessive demand and stabilize prices. The business cycle refers to the cyclical ups and downs that characterize economic activity over time. These cycles are a fundamental aspect of how economies operate, reflecting the dynamic nature of markets and the various factors that influence them. It's a natural fluctuation between periods of economic expansion, marked by growth and prosperity, and periods of contraction, characterized by decline and uncertainty. These cycles can be influenced by a myriad of factors, including consumer confidence, government policies, technological advancements, and global events. Economists typically divide the business cycle into 4 distinct phases: expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. Each phase has its own unique characteristics and implications for businesses, consumers, and policymakers. Expansion. This phase is characterized by increasing employment, production, consumer spending, and business investment. During this time, businesses are more likely to invest in new projects, hire additional staff, and increase production to meet rising demand. Confidence is high, and the economy grows at a healthy pace. Stock markets often perform well, and consumer confidence boosts spending on goods and services, further fueling economic growth. Peak. The peak marks the highest point of economic activity in a business cycle. At this stage, the economy is operating at full capacity, and growth rates are at their maximum. At this stage, unemployment is low, capacity utilization is high, and inflation may start to become a concern. Prices for goods and services may rise as demand outstrips supply, leading to potential overheating of the economy. Contraction. This phase, also known as a recession, is marked by a decline in economic activity. Businesses may experience lower sales, leading to reduced production and layoffs. Businesses cut back on investment, consumer spending falls, and unemployment rises. Households may tighten their budgets, leading to decreased demand for non-essential goods and services. The economy shrinks, and pessimism prevails. Financial markets may become volatile, and credit conditions can tighten, making it harder for businesses and consumers to borrow money. Tough. The trough represents the lowest point of economic activity in a business cycle. This phase can be particularly challenging as businesses and consumers alike struggle to navigate the economic downturn. It's a period of stagnation or minimal growth. However, it also provides an opportunity for the economy to reset and address any underlying issues that may have contributed to the downturn. However, it also marks the end of the contraction phase and sets the stage for the next expansion. As conditions begin to improve, businesses may start to invest again, and consumer confidence can gradually return. Understanding the business cycle is crucial for businesses and policymakers alike. By recognizing the signs of each phase, they can make informed decisions to navigate the economic landscape effectively. Businesses can use this knowledge to anticipate changes in demand and adjust their strategies accordingly. This might involve scaling operations up or down, managing inventory levels, or adjusting pricing strategies to remain competitive. Policymakers can implement measures to mitigate the negative impacts of recessions and promote sustainable growth over the long term. This could include fiscal policies like adjusting tax rates or government spending, as well as monetary policies such as altering interest rates to influence economic activity.